StatChat Skill 1. This will be fun. The 4 types of data. Sounds awesome. Okay. In the blue, we've got what's called categorical data, and in the orange, we've got numerical data, and there's 2 types of each. Categorical data is where the options of your data are sorted into categories, as the name suggests. So if you're talking about the colour of t-shirts that people are wearing, the colour of the cars that they might drive, the type of car they might drive, all of those bits of data are sorted into different categories. With numerical data, we're talking about data that's normally in the form of numbers, okay, and it's normally to do with a measurement. So measurements might be your height, could be your weight, could be your age, anything to do with those sorts of things where you're taking a measurement, or you might be counting. So you might be counting the number of people, number of pets, number of family members. Anything that you might count or measure is normally under numerical data. So we'll go through each of the 4 types. The first one in the top left here is categorical ordinal data. This is data that is sorted into categories, but each category has a very clear weight or an order to it. So some categories are better or worse, or higher or lower than others. So 2 examples are, on your report, you might get a high, medium or low for your organisation. Now, they're the only 3 categories you can get, high, medium and low, and they have an obvious order to them. So high would be the best, then medium and then low. All right, your year level at school is another example. There's 6 categories in secondary school of the year level that you're in, and they have an order as well. Underneath, we've got categorical nominal data. This is categorical data as well, but there's no order to the categories, all right? Now, you might have a personal preference, for example, the colour of car that your family might have. You might have a white car and you might think white is the best colour, okay? But that's just a category without an order. So someone else might think that having a blue car is the best type of car, and that just comes down to personal preference. So examples other than colours of cars could be colours of eyes, colours of t-shirts. Another one is the genre of music that you listen to. So you might like pop music, someone else might like dance music, someone else might like rock music. That's just personal preference, and there's no order to those categories. In the top right, we've got numerical discrete data. This is data that is measured using numbers, obviously, because we're looking at numerical data, but we can only have whole numbers with discrete data. All right. So if you think of things that can only have a whole number, so counting the number of pets you have, hopefully you don't have 1.5 pets or 2.5 pets. You can only have 1 pet, 2 pets, 3 pets, so on. All right. Same as the number of students in your classroom. All right. Hopefully you've got a whole number of students. It might be 25, 26, something like that. The last one, numerical continuous data, is data that is counted or measured using numbers as well. But in this case, we can have decimals, we can have fractions maybe, we can have negative numbers, anything like that. So if you were measuring your exact height, you might be 170.3 centimetres. So that's a decimal, so that would be numerical continuous data. All right. If you're measuring the temperature change from the morning to the afternoon, that can have decimals as well, especially if you've got an app on your phone that might give you the decimal reading of the temperature. When it comes to making a survey, it's really important that we understand what type of data we want to collect out of the 4 types. So if you're looking to collect numerical discrete data, which is data that's only whole numbers, there's no point asking everyone what their favourite colour is. Because if we ask them what their favourite colour is, we'll get categorical nominal data. All right? But if we want numerical discrete data, which is whole numbers, we may as well ask a question like, how many pets do you have, which we spoke about earlier, or how many students are in your class, how many people are in your family, where you're going to get a whole number. Over on the right-hand side, you'll see 6 steps that are involved when you're doing a survey and collecting data. At the moment, we're just focusing on the first 2, So you need to identify the type of data that you will collect and then create a question that will result in collecting the right type of data for you. Skill 1 done. Boom!